Welcome to Newburgh, New York, folks. You're looking at the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, and right across the river there, well, that's Beacon, New York, and today they'll be facing off in the It's in the Water 845 Classic. They're that close, folks. A 3-minute drive on the Newburgh Beacon Bridge, just a stretch of the Hudson River, but today they'll be brought together by none other than Elijah Hughes. The Syracuse University star, the NBA draft pick, said he always dreamed of bringing an event like this back to his hometown of Beacon, and so today he's doing it for the 3rd straight year, and he'll have help from his teammate Tyrese Williams. The 1,000-point scorer from Quinnipiac and the professional hooper is back in his hometown as well. And we'll just have to see who can step up for Beacon against a stacked Newburgh team. Jalakai King, 3-time Player of the Year in the Hudson Valley, 2-time All-State New York player, going to UMBC now. Amari Monroe, the reigning Player of the Year in the MAC. Quinnipiac's got a star. And then Romeo Aquino, a year removed from being the D2 Junior College Player of the Year. Newburgh's just got a lot of big-time players. And for such a small city, it's really impressive to see that lineup of talent that they've put together, and it's going to be fun to watch here today. And there's Elijah Hughes breaking the ice fittingly as Beacon takes a 2-point lead early on. Thompson's a tough defender, a great shooter as well, and King's going to have his handful, it looks like. So there's Aquino with the mid-range off the mark. Rebound from Patsalos, and Monroe takes the 3. Patsalos creates another possession, and King on the drive tries to reward him. Knocked away, Monroe with the finish. So it's 2-2. Amari Monroe, as I mentioned, I'm going to do my best to call this game, folks, with the limited info that I have. But from what I've read, from what I understand, UConn, Kansas, a lot of big-time programs recruited him. He initially entered the transfer portal, but then decided not to transfer. Really great to see a Newburgh standout thriving like that, and looking forward to seeing what he can do next year. Hughes brings the ball up the floor, and it's 2-all. Bang! Hughes, all 5 points for Beacon. He is a certified bucket. Elijah can shoot it. Someone I was a fan of, and I'm still a fan of because I'm a diehard Cuse fan, folks, as of course a lot of you may know. And Hughes transferred in from East Carolina and really had some famous plays, hit a bomb against Duke, one of the best victories the program's ever had, and then bang, there's a cutting Kevin Pegram. Forgive the pronunciation, that's Pegram, but nice cut, the local pro hooper with the finish. And going the other way, boom, there's a foul. Jalakai King's going to go to the line. What we're doing here, folks, is it's just one shot. It's not going to be a free throw shooting contest. King will shoot one shot, and if he converts it, he'll get 2 points. And if he misses, that's that. The ball's live. And he makes it, so there's 2 points. King's on the board now. And it is 7-4 Beacon. Great block from Patsalos. Aquino picks it up, and we're going the other way. Knocked out of bounds, dead ball. Newburgh retains possession. So the inbound to King. And these two teams are going to be playing really hard, folks. So enjoy this. It's going to be fun. King with the long 3, and he nails it. Bang. So it's 7-7 just like that. And what I was saying is this is an all-star game, but these two teams, these two cities, people from Newburgh, people from Beacon, they play hard all the time. It's just how it is. And full disclosure, I was born in Newburgh, New York, and probably in my heart I'm rooting for Newburgh. Not that I have a rooting interest per se, but it's just fun to watch these teams play, and they're going to go at it. They're going to go hard, and it makes for great basketball, and that's what New York hoops is all about. And oh, King, 2 in a row, and in the blink of an eye, King has 8 points, and it's 10-7 Newburgh. And so, yeah, you can see him, boom, there goes Hughes right back to the hoop. He wants to make sure he keeps this close and keeps control of the game as much as he can with King catching fire like this. So you can see right away they're defending as hard as they can. The crowd's going to be into it. The winner of oh my, 3 in a King within a minute of game time has just rang up 9 points on 3 of 3 from 3, all long ones. Hits the celly as he comes back down the floor, and that ball is knocked out of bounds. So with 6:15 to go, it's 13-9 Newburgh. Thompson with the pump and off the mark. Hatzelos with the rebound. Thompson, I was looking at his stats, he shot 92% from the line on over 100 attempts last year. That's remarkable. You know you're a good shooter. He's a good three-point shooter. A lot of people are, but you know you're a good shooter if your free throw shooting is at that level. That's really high-level shooting. And Newburgh off the mark, knocked out of bounds, going the other way. So with 5 minutes and 40 seconds left, it's 13-9 Newburgh here in the first quarter. It's D'Souza inside, off the mark. Aquino pushes it the other way. Looks like it gets knocked away. They're going to let him play as much as they can, folks. This is and then bang, there's a good foul. Aquino uses that body so well, draws a lot of fouls, gets a lot of rebounds, great all-around player. You don't win the player of the year in the entire nation without being a great player. But as I was saying, they're going to let them play as much as they can. These guys are going to go hard and they're going to play hard, and the refs are going to try to swallow the whistle unless they hammer them like they just did there. So off the mark, there's 2 points left on the board with the missed free throw, and then Hughes the other way with the long NBA three. Hughes is a sharpshooter. He's going to make you pay if you give him that much space, and he's hot out of the gate. Aquino works on the block, the kick, the shot, off the mark. Hughes brings it up. So Hughes already with 10, and he missed that three, but that was a heat check there. He's got 10 quick points. King brings it up the other way. Now King with 11, by the way, as the two have been dueling here. Long three, short. Aquino put back short. Beacon comes the other way. Just avoided the over and back. There's Tyrese Williams. He's a great player. He's yet to get involved, but he'll be a big presence. Number 5 for Beacon is playing in Europe right now. I believe Slovakia is what I read. He's playing in Slovakia, and he scored over 1,100 points at Quinnipiac. Played the second most games in Quinnipiac history. So keep an eye on Tyrese Williams of Beacon, and then the question's really going to be who else is going to step up from Beacon in this game. They need a third contributor to match the big three from Newburgh, and Newburgh has a lot of strong supporting cast. A lot of guys who starred and are well known in their own right, like number 1 right here, Donovan Fields, a name you'll know well, a 2-sport star from Newburgh, and right there, looks like they wrote him out of bounds a little bit, but it's going the other way. So Newburgh with the 1-point lead, 3 minutes, 52 seconds to go here in the first quarter. And so, as I was going to mention earlier, the winner of this game faces off against Poughkeepsie in a game later tonight. So it's worth mentioning that this is a playoff too, and they are playing as hard as they can, and the winner stays and plays later in front of a bigger crowd, and the loser goes home. So they all want to win, on top of the fact that these are just really competitive, real-life hoopers that are going as hard as they can to show out for their cities. So really a lot of fun, a great event, and I'm happy to be here broadcasting it. Just to let you know, this is my first time broadcasting, producing a basketball game, but I wanted to come check this game out because there's a lot of great players that I've heard of or watched but never seen myself in person. So Tyrese Williams, bang, that's a beautiful looking three. That's a bomb, and he drills it, and it's 15-13. As Beacon takes the 2-point lead. And so again, I just wanted to give you all that introduction because forgive me if I pronounce names wrong or anything of that nature, as strong finish, nice work inside from Quincy Owens, and it's 15 all. And Hughes brings the ball up the floor and gets it back to Williams. Williams draws the foul. He'll go back to the line. and try to break the tie. So 2:36 remaining here. Forgive me, folks, that I don't have a, clock, a graphic, a traditional one. That was a little tricky. It would be a lot of work to recreate at this point for me. I need to figure that out, maybe. But for now, just keep an eye on those scoreboards on the right and left-hand sides. And then bang, there's Tyrese Williams. He has 5 quick points, and it's 17-15 Beacon. 2:30 to go here in the first quarter. Tuka Nugent drills the long 3. Nugent, the Newburgh product. Billy Bano discovered him. Billy Bano, the local Hudson Valley legend. Look him up if you don't know the name. I don't know how much time you got, but he's been all over the world. The former UNLV head coach, and a guy that I looked up to growing up. Cuse Vegas certainly has a lot of love for Billy, and the story goes that he discovered Tuka at a small neighborhood basketball clinic. It sort of helped him on his basketball journey, and Nugent's a heck of a player. So 18-17 here. Looks like Pegram's going to go to the line. Just under 2 minutes to go here. Beautiful summer afternoon in Beacon, New York. And the 6'8" forward rims out the free throw. Free throws are going to have a huge impact on this game, especially because they're 2 points each. 18-17 Newburgh. And, okay, foul called on the drive. Or is it on the shot? Forgive me, it's on the shot. And so Newburgh has Corbin Samuels going to the line. The Marlboro standout's a great defender. Just a really good athlete and plays super hard. A common trait amongst all these players, really. But even amongst all these guys, Samuels will stand out. And that's a key free throw. So 4-point swing just by the rim out on one end and then the rim in on the other. So 2017 Newburgh, and Hughes brings the ball up the floor. Bang! And just like that, Jay Sean Morgan ties it up again. Welcome sight for Beacon. You know Hughes is going to score a ton, but they knew they needed another scorer, and Morgan could be that guy. The 3 right there helps them tie it up, and with 1:25 left here in the first quarter, it's anybody's ball game. So here's Hughes. Gets the screen, uses it, and right on cue, here's that defense I mentioned. That's a NBA draft pick right there. Having trouble shaking Corbin Samuels. Now he calls for the screen, takes the long 3, off the mark. Donovan Fields scrapping for the board, and it's staying this way. So Beacon's got a chance, and with 1 minute left in the first quarter, it's all tied up, and both Hughes and King are already in double figures. Hughes with 10, King with 11, leading the way. Tyrese Williams inbounding and immediately getting it stolen by Corbin Samuels, who has been a terror defensively, and then bang, he steals the inbounds, goes coast to coast, gets goaltended, and it's 22-20 Newburgh. Fields right in Morgan's grill, and these guys are playing as hard as they can. Tough catch, but it's knocked out of bounds, and Beacon retains possession. 49 seconds left here in the first quarter. Samuels defending Williams. And Tuka Nugent steps in front of the driving Williams and draws the charge. Great play, great defender. Nugent shows you why right there. It's 22-20 Newburgh, 43 seconds left now in the first quarter. I'm not sure what's going on exactly between Fields and the refs. I know the previous inbounds, there was just a lot of defense being played before the ball was live, but that just resulted in a little bit of a delay. But here we go. So 35 seconds to go. Fields works with Morgan defending him at the top of the key. 30 seconds to go. Fields does some work, creates a wide open look, and back. Oh, Nugent, he's getting hot. 25-20, that fourth star for Beacon, or for Newburgh rather. Tuka Nugent, that's his 6th point of the game on 2 of 3 shooting. Morgan off the mark. Nugent again. Nope. It's 25-20 Newburgh after 1. Hughes with 10, King with 11, Nugent tacks on 6, and it's 25-20 Newburgh. Great opening quarter of hoops, and Thompson brings it up the floor for Beacon as we start the second quarter. Thompson off the mark. That's a little skies for the board. Newburgh's size is definitely having an impact on this game as they work for a shot. A lot of great defense being played. King, and he misses. He is human. Aquino with another board. And there's just been a lot of offensive rebounds from Newburgh so far. And that and free throws has really been the difference in this game. So Newburgh inbounds under their own hoop. 9:10 left in the second quarter. Monroe works. And Monroe's a big-time player. I haven't called his name much yet. Off the mark there. Williams takes it the other way, and no, he doesn't. Monroe gets it back, and he's fouled going to the rack. The fans applaud. They love it. And Amari will be shooting 1, 4-2. And so I do like this free throw format. Keeps the game moving along well. And it does force you to make your free throws. It puts extra value on these shots. It just makes it go a little quicker. And off the mark there, Monroe costs himself 2 points. Thompson brings it back for Beacon. And here's Navon Mays to the rack, and Patsalos fouls him hard. It's 25-20 with 8:44 to go. And Mays will be shooting 1. And he misses, so a pair of misses there. And it remains 25-20. King brings the ball up the floor. The bigger Mays defends him, forces the pass, and Patsalos misses the mid-range. Thompson with the handles, and he's handing it off to Hughes. A lot of traffic up there. The screen clears. Hughes on King, and Hughes breaks him down, gets by him. King, oh, he gets the foul called on him. That was a tough call. Hughes put the moves on him. King and Hughes are going head to head. This is going to be fun to watch as they are matched up like that. King's playing him as hard as he can. Hughes on the second move got by him. It looked like King might have recovered and got a clean block on him, but Hughes got the whistle. And just like that, Hughes will be at the line, shooting 1 for 2. Ooh, even Elijah misses it. So 3 straight free throws missed. And that's 6 points left on the floor there. Aquino to the cutter. Patsalos cuts off the mark. Hughes to Williams. Tyrese Williams on Amari Monroe. Another great matchup, and there's the whistle. What's that, 3 in the key? Looks, well, Okay, maybe that's no zone defense. That would be my speculation here. They're manned up and playing hard, but they got the call, and Tyrese Williams misses the free throw. 4 straight missed free throws, very uncharacteristic. It might be a little off rhythm that the one is worth 2, but these are good shooters missing these free throws. So it remains 25-20, 7:39 to go now. And it's Mays versus Aquino. So Mays has got a big body. He's could be a key factor for Beacon. I've never seen him play before. But, well, not with passes like that. King gets the steal, and he goes right at Hughes. Nice move to the rack. Doesn't get that call. And now there's a loose ball foul. Staying with Newberg. Monroe on Hughes, and Elijah's playing him tight. Gives him space to shoot it, though, and he drills it right in his face. Amari Monroe is playing very well. It's 27-20. I guess his foot was on the line. Tyrese Williams races back, and he's got 7 now. Shots off the mark, and Williams again in transition. Ooh, the lob was blocked by Monroe. Morgan blocked again. Patsalos is filling up the stat sheet. And Monroe now to Aquino. Aquino to Monroe. Monroe with the finish. 29-22. Newberg asserting themselves now. Newberg's just got too many players. Beacon's not helping themselves at the line. They could easily be either a little bit closer or a little bit further based on those free throws. But 29-22. And Newberg's got the momentum. And as Beacon breaks the huddle, there we go. We're back to live action. Tyrese Williams on Amari Monroe. Tyrese off the mark. Patsalos with yet another rebound. Heading the other way. Quick shot off the mark. Aquino with another board. King with the ball. Aquino sets the pick. King uses it. Patsalos in the corner. Open shot off the mark. Ball's out of bounds, heading the other way. I thought it was off Beacon, but he doesn't get the call, and Monroe pleads his case to no avail. Good D from Newberg. Gets by Patsalos, but can't finish. Aquino the other way. Intercepted by Morgan. Off the mark from 3. Tyrese Williams steps into one. He misses long. Looks like there's a foul inside. And we're going the other way. So Nugent brings the ball up the floor for Newberg. And Owens works on the block. Looks for the cutter, turnover. Tyrese Williams brings it up for Beacon. Morgan with the kick. Thompson with the open look, but the miss. And strong rebound from Owens. There goes Nugent down the floor, and he is attacking the hoop, and he gets the foul. That's good, strong basketball. Very tough to defend. And it's 29-22 with 4 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. And Nugent is going to go to the line. Tuca nails the free throw. No problem there, and he's got 8 points. Four minutes and 30 seconds left here in the second quarter. Corbin Samuels defending Elijah Hughes. Hughes backing him down. Nearly loses it. Morgan's off the mark. Nugent with the rebound. So it's anybody's game. Newberg has outworked him and outscored him a bit, but Beacon could easily be closer. Really hard defense, great defense being played by Morgan, and he's been a key to keeping Beacon around. Williams They need him to get hot. He's off the mark there. But Beacon just needs a little more offensive help. Both teams are playing very hard, but so far that's the difference. McCullum working hard in there. A lot of hands, a lot of no calls, and McCullum works and gets the finish. 33-22. So Newburgh takes their first double-digit lead of the game. But Morgan cuts it right back to 9 there. No call on the 3. Thompson might have kicked his leg out. Seems to be the reason for that. But Morgan's working really hard. And now he's defending really hard. Nearly gets the steal. Nugent doesn't give it up, but the ref calls illegal defense. That's tough because it's a tough call, but maybe it's a makeup call also. Tugan Nugent knocks in the free throw, and it's 34-24. Both sides have taken on one of those illegal defense calls, but depending on where the ball is on the floor, you know Tyrese Williams is playing help defense. He's in position to get between the ball and the basket if he has to go help. And when you're 2 or 3 passes away, tough illegal defense call. Nugent, long 3 off the mark. Hughes with the board. So Hughes needs to throw the team on his back and score more buckets to keep Beacon in this game at this point from the looks of things, and he might just do that. There it is. Boom. Beautiful move from Hughes, and it's an 8-point ball game. Samuels right back the other way, off the mark. Thompson with the board, and he gets it to Hughes. So Hughes working on Field. That's a mismatch. But Fields plays great D, forces the bad pass, gets the possession. Fields right back the other way. Beautiful move, but he misses the bunny. Jumped just a little too early, and then bang! The crowd loves seeing J. Sean Morgan rise, the Western Connecticut State star. It's 34-28 Newburgh as Beacon comes back, and the crowd is into it. Hughes locking up Samuels and defending him 40 feet from the hoop. And Samuels gets the blocking call on Hughes. Good call. So 2 minutes left now here in the second quarter. Fields working on Mays. And that's a foul. Or maybe not. Wow, I don't know. Looks like Newburgh's just going to be inbounding under their own hoop. So Owens inbounding with a minute 53. And Nugent off the mark. Williams can jump. He gets the tip, gets the ball back, and then travels in transition. 34-28 Beacon. Going the other way. So here's Samuels calling for the clear out, it looks like. Doing some work. Mays comes over to cut that off. Good defense from Beacon. And forcing the turnover. In transition, Nugent rips it away and then draws the foul. Nugent's a strong defender. Gets down, gets low right in front of the player. That's good defense. So 34-28 Newburgh. Patsalos chats up the ref. But the ref's been forced to call the game pretty tightly just because of how hard these guys are playing. So it's been well ref so far, and here's Fields. Owens spins and the ball's knocked away, staying with Newburgh. Morgan says, "I disagree." Beautiful finish by Fields, makes a nice move. The tight D doesn't work on Donovan Fields because he's going to get by you. And then he finishes beautifully. Called for the foul there on Williams. 8-point lead for Newburgh, 52 seconds left in the second quarter. So Beacon's been coming back, but Newburgh's been resistant. They have a lot of players, and Nugent's really helped keep them ahead here. Hughes on Samuels. Oop, no call on the charge, and Hughes gets the bucket. So Elijah continues to score, and he is keeping Beacon in the game right now. Here's Owens, and knocked out of bounds. Great defense from Beacon. And the crowd's getting into it, folks. They're loving what they're seeing. This is a good event, a great event. Two cities that are really close. Everyone knows each other. A lot of people in this gym know the players on the floor personally. And so this is extra fun for everybody in the gym to watch. Great D. Hughes the other way. And he finishes 36-32. Beacon has been storming back. 14 seconds left. And Fields will be inbounding. So Hughes with 16 points of Beacon's 32, half the team's offensive output, and yet they're only down by 4. So if that third player emerges, or if Williams gets hot, Beacon's right there. Nugent has to take the shot and time expires. 36-32, and that's the end of the first half. So from Beacon High School, as we start the third period, it's a beautiful summer afternoon, and Jalakai King and Elijah Hughes just dueled it out in the first quarter with a lot of help from Tuka Nugent and Amari Monroe. Newburgh has a 4-point lead. Patsalos has had a big impact on that as well, just filling up the stat sheet. He's off the mark there on the 2. But here comes Thompson bringing it up the floor for Beacon. Thompson shoots and rims it in. Dayon Thompson. It's 36-35, just a 1-point game now. As I mentioned earlier, Thompson's a sharpshooter for Beacon. He could emerge as that scorer they're looking for. Off the mark, going the other way, and Beacon with the chance to take their lead. Hughes tough to stay in front of when he's swerving, and the tight defense causes a tie-up. Possession arrow, I believe we'll keep it with Beacon. And they're going to dry off the old floor. So I thought Hughes might go to the rack, but Newburgh got in front of him. Newburgh's playing great D. And with just under 9 minutes to go, it's a 1-point game here in the third quarter. Thompson takes the long 3 and drills it. 2-point lead for Beacon. If they got to defend him out there, that might open up things a little bit for Beacon. Monroe takes the quick contested 3. Patsalos there for another rebound. And Aquino now works at the top of the key on Mays. Aquino to the rack, and the tough off-balance finish. Romeo Aquino. Newburgh's got a lot of players. They might need Aquino to emerge here now that the game's tied, and Williams comes right back and takes that lead back for Beacon. And now we're playing ball and we're dueling, folks. 40-38 as Beacon and Newburgh, two cities separated solely by the Hudson River, are starting to trade leads. Patsalos takes the long 3. He's off the mark. Rebound. Patsalos cuts. Aquino finishes. Tie ball game. Romeo with those off-balance sort of Euro finishes. He's really tough to defend. He was off the mark. And we're going back the other way. Jalakai King. I haven't called his name in a little while, but there he is, 42-40. He wasn't in for all of that second quarter, folks, but when he is in, you see him. Knocked out of bounds. going to Newburgh. Malachi King, the freshman player of the year when he played for New Haven in the Northeast 10 Conference, where he led his team in points, assists, and steals. He was the 3-time player of the year in high school, 2-time All-State in New York in the largest class of schools, averaged 25, 5, and 5. There's Amari Monroe down the lane with the strong finish. There's a guy who now has gotten the respect he deserves, the MAC Player of the Year for Quinnipiac. Whoa! Malachi throws the Jets on and then finishes with the and one. The crowd is eating it up. Malachi took it to a different gear. That was very impressive. Here we go. Let's go to the replay. Takes it up the floor, then boom, here's where he switches gears. He threw turbo on there. Goes by 1, 2, 3 players. Draws contact on Jay-Sean Morgan. And this guy for the finish. Great, great finish. So with a 7-point lead and 6 minutes left here in the third quarter, Beacon needs a bucket, and it didn't get it there. So here comes King up the floor, and it's King versus Hughes, the matchup we want to see, and King gets by him but misses the bucket in the lane. Hughes with the board. So Beacon needs Hughes to just go crazy and keep scoring here, which he's capable of doing. No call there, but Hatzelos gets the steal and the assist. No, he doesn't get the assist. Amari Monroe skies for the slam on the alley-oop, and the crowd gives their approval. It's a 9-point lead for Newburgh, and Newburgh just keeps coming at you. They're just a little bigger, little quicker. They got a few more players, and it's tough for the guys from Beacon to stay with them right now. There's a steal, but the foul in transition stops what could have been a highlight, and it's a 9-point lead with 5 minutes to go. Nugent will inbound to King, who is transferring to UMBC, a D1 program in the fall. It'll be fun to see how he fares there. Because as I mentioned, he really is the most highly decorated high school player of the bunch, but some of these guys have had higher profile looks, or obviously Hughes has made it all the way to the NBA. In fact, Elijah's played 54 games in the NBA. Really impressive coming out of Beacon, New York, and it's awesome that he's giving back the way he is here and putting on this event. You don't see that from everybody. It's pretty special. So Williams off the mark, and the free throws would really help. Beacon needs every point it can get. Donovan Fields rims out. Fields is tough to deal with, but Nugent also tough to deal with. He gets the steal, gets it up the floor quick, and King soars and tried to jam it, and Hughes wisely fouls him hard, and the crowd was ready to see a dunk right on his head, but Hughes, that's a business decision. You can't let that happen, and King made a game effort. Great play. And a smart foul. So King to the line. Coming off the miss from Williams, King a chance to convert a 4-point swing, and he does. So 11-point lead now for Newburgh. Hughes in the corner, off the mark. Another offensive rebound putback for Jay-Sean Morgan, who has shown himself to be a heck of a player today. Jay-Sean Morgan, impressive for Beacon. They need a little more help, but Morgan's pulling his weight, that's for sure. He's He's continuing to get those offensive rebounds and defending very hard. He's all over the floor. Off the mark there, Monroe with the offensive rebound and the putback. Amari could take the game over here. It could be his time. He almost gets the steal there, but Williams gets in front of it. And they're fighting. It's an 11-point Newburgh lead, 3:29 to go. And the dead ball's going to Newburgh. Jump ball, possession arrow, City of Newburgh. So here's King. Skip pass in the corner, and Samuel's off the mark. Off Mays' foot. Stays with Newburgh. 3:16 to go here in the third quarter. Samuel's inbounds, and it's King versus Williams here. King to the rack. He soars. He can really jump. He's quick. Jalakai King with another bucket. King with 21 now. Morgan off the mark in the paint. Nugent rips it and goes the other way. Nugent with the, oh, beautiful pass. And Eric McCollum's there to clean it up. I thought Samuels might dunk that ball, but it's their first time playing together as a team here, and it's Newburgh with a 15-point lead as McCollum cleans it up, and their timing was just a half a step off from maybe a big-time highlight, but Newburgh is feeling good. Okay, back to action here. Tyrese Williams with the long three attempt, off the mark. Morgan working with those offensive rebounds. He is keeping Beacon in the game. 15-point lead. And Morgan nails the free throw. They need every one they can get. 13-point game. Nugent behind the back, nice handle. The dish to McCollum and the foul. 2:20 to go. McCollum at the line. Knocks it in. 15-point lead. Tyrese Williams. Can he get hot and get his team back into this game? Shots off the mark. Newburgh just has a little bit more size and skill. They're the better team, and they're wearing out Beacon right now. Nugent on Morgan. Off the mark. Beacon's still fighting hard. They still have a chance. They could get in this game, but it's tough. It's a tough hill to climb for them. Bang. Morgan again. 12-point game. And Donovan Fields to the rack. The Cal Poly graduate, 17-4 his senior year. Donovan Fields is an excellent player. Haven't gotten to talk about him as much as I could have, but they just have so many good players out there. And with King being so effective as the point guard, Fields is an outstanding backup for Newburgh. So good defense there, and it's back to Newburgh with just a little over a minute to go. Fields does the old call of play and then blow by the defender, but the help defense is there, and they say he stepped out of bounds. 14-point lead, minute left. Beacon with the ball. Nice move at the top of the key, knocked away. Staying with Beacon. So a 14-point game as the third quarter winds down. Jay-Sean Morgan makes it an 11-point game. He's really impressed today. Here goes King with the breakdown, the spin. Euro finish. The crowd goes wild. Malachi King. Look at this one more time. Whoop. And the finish. Beautiful move. Breaking him down. Spin move to Euro. In traffic. King is really putting on a show and emerging as the standout player of the game. Just 2 or 3 of the best plays of the entire game. Maybe the 2 or 3 best plays of the entire game come from Malachi King. So now Beacon's gonna try to get another bucket. 17 seconds left, off the mark. That was a quick shot. At that point, might want to hold it, but now Newburgh, one last chance. Samuels, Patsalos, put back bucket. George Patsalos, his hustle, his size, his rebounding have really made an impact on this game. The SUNY Orange standout is now playing his college ball at New Haven, where Malachi King had just transferred away from. So they're staying stocked with Hudson Valley talent over there at New Haven. And Patsalos again now to open the fourth quarter. George Patsalos, bam, he's feeling good. And all of a sudden, just like that, it's an 18-point game. Newburgh's opened up a sizable advantage. Patsalos has been doing a lot of hard work and making winning plays, but now those 5 quick points might be a backbreaker for Beacon. Let's see if they can get back into the game or not. Heat check. Patsalos back rims it. Donovan Fields skies for the board. And here's King. Short. King gets his own board, but there's a foul. So it's going to be really tough for Beacon to come back. Their game to make an effort. They do have the offensive talent to put a run together, but now with less than 10 minutes left, they find themselves down 18. So here's King. And Newburgh, they have killer instinct here. They're going to not let up at all. Defensively, they're only going to lock down harder than ever as they smell blood here. Nugent, spin move, loses the ball. Going the other way. So can Hughes put the team on his back? Finds a wide open shooter there, long. And Samuels controls it. Samuels works, and there's a foul. So he'll be shooting 1 for 2 here. Off the mark. Elijah Hughes to the rack. He misses. Elijah was a first-team All-ACC player, 19 points a game at Cuse before leaving after his junior year and entering the draft. And putting on quite an effort. It was a great duel. Now going to try to make a comeback. Here he is matched up on King. Shimmy, spin, bucket. Elijah Hughes showing off the skills. He really needs to go every time now and try to get himself a bucket. That's Beacon's best hope, but it's going to be tough. This Newburgh team is too good. Too many very good players that are in their prime. Pegram down the lane. He gets fouled. 16-point game. They'll be shooting 1 for 2 here with just under 8 minutes to go in the fourth quarter here in Beacon, New York. So the longtime pro hooper, he's still got it. He's still playing minutes. Off the mark there. Owens with the board. And Newburgh's got the ball in a 16-point lead. There's the former JUCO Player of the Year, and he drills the 3. Might have got the foul or might have not gotten the foul. Looked like The shooter's cylinder was invaded, but either way, Romeo Aquino with the shooter's touch, that beautiful high arcing shot. And now an off the ball foul on Aquino. Very tough call. Tough series of calls there for Aquino. Aquino now playing at Bluefield State in West Virginia. Beautiful part of the country out there. I spent some time not too far away. It's not too far from Virginia Tech and Blacksburg area, but it's in the state of West Virginia. And then there's Elijah Hughes drilling the three in his bag. Hughes still scoring, putting on a very impressive offensive performance and keeping this game respectable right now. There's Aquino with the crossover and no call, no finish. And there's the call. So off the ball foul. Beacon retains possession. Here's Tyrese Williams with the ball. Williams shows off his handles, draws the foul. He's a 2023 Quinnipiac graduate, now playing his pro ball in Slovakia, and he knocks down the 2-point free throw there to make it a 14-point game. Newburgh leads. Here comes Aquino again. Tough move, great finish. No call, but no call needed. Aquino real strong. In his bag. Williams the other way. Me bound, finish. Tyrese Williams. So it's 14 points again. Beacon applying the pressure, but Newburgh continues to be too much. They have a lot of skilled players. Aquino asserted himself at the right time and has maintained that double-digit lead with 5.5 minutes to go. So we're here at Beacon High School, where the best player in Beacon history is hosting the It's in the Water 845 Classic. Appreciate you staying with us. Appreciate you watching, folks. I'm Ray Jarris. This is Cuse Vegas. And that's Tuka Nugent drilling the three. And like I said, Newburgh has too many players, too many skilled players who are able to score and just get a bucket when they need it. 76-59. Tyrese Williams the other way. Ball rims out. And there's Amari Monroe. Doesn't get the call. Right back the other way. Fields steals the pass and controls the ball. Slows the pace down a bit. 17-point lead, less than 5 minutes to play. Fields on the roll. Aquino doesn't get the lefty finish, but draws the foul. The SUNY Orange standout, coached by Tom Ricard. Coach Ricard did a great job with that team, and Romeo Aquino led them to a 29-4 record, along with George Patsalos, who you see there on the sideline. That was a really special group, and it was a lot of fun for me to follow along on their journey that almost led them to the national title. Incredible team out of Middletown, New York. Really proud of that effort they put together. Beautiful pass by Tyrese Williams. And now the ball swings back around to him, and the three's off the mark. 19-point game. Donovan Fields behind the back, misses the mid-range. Gets his own rebound. And Nugent wants the ball. He still wants to swing it. Fields killing a little clock. And now he kicks it. A little bit of confusion there. And the ball's out of bounds back to Beacon. So hopefully we're back next year. Hopefully I'll produce more of these games in the future. There's Hughes with the long three off the mark. Long pass the other way, and King is fouled or goaltended, but either way the ball went in the bucket. and it's 80 to 59. Great pass, great finish. King just too much. He was really the difference maker. If he was on Beacon, they may have had a chance. It probably would have been a great game, but he's not. He's from Newburgh. He's playing with Newburgh, and now they're trying to put a highlight together. A couple of unsuccessful lobs, and King takes the long three off the mark. So the game's been decided now. They're still playing, they're still going hard, but Newburgh's going to win this game. And there's just a few minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Nugent to the rack, can't finish. Going the other way. And Thompson, the Utica College player, gets his own rebound and is fouled, and they'll retain possession. Daeon Thompson, the Kimball Union High School Beacon product, didn't have the great shooting days he sometimes has. There's Morgan off the mark as well. Morgan did play very well, but Beacon needed another guy to step up and score. They just needed some more boards than they were able to get. There's Mays getting himself a bucket. 2.5 minutes to go, 19-point game. Fields fouled. Nugent brings it up. And Newburgh will face Poughkeepsie tonight in the It's in the Water 845 Classic Championship game. And so Newburgh retaining a little bit of energy for that championship game at this point. And there's Daeon Thompson drilling another three. His third of the game. And there's a foul. Fields to the rack. There's the finish. Donovan Fields, who all the way out in California, Cal Poly is where he ended up his basketball journey collegiately. He was an excellent football player. There's Tyrese Williams drilling the three. And King brings the ball up the floor. Beacon still defending, still applying pressure. You got to give him credit. This really is an excellent event, and they're respecting it, and they're respecting the opportunity to be out here playing and representing their cities. Even though the game is no longer in question, you got to respect the effort. So here's Amari Monroe shooting a free throw and making a free throw. 84-67. Newburgh leads Beacon. 1 minute, 20 seconds to go. Here in the 2025 It's in the Water 845 Classic showdown between Beacon and Newburgh. Appreciate you watching, appreciate you putting up with me, listening to me as I practice my broadcasting, my announcing skills. There's Tuka Nugent with a beautiful finish. And gets up just a little hobbled, heading back down the floor. Off the mark on the threes. Here's Donovan Fields showing off the impressive handle. Mays can really sky. Gets a nice looking block there and puts in another bucket. So thanks for listening to my debut. Hope it wasn't too terrible. I hope to be back and to cover all these games next year and annually. As long as they're doing this tournament, I'd be happy to come, and it's a great summer event. And I foresee it growing. The Hudson Valley hoop scene is growing. I'd love to see Middletown get involved, see some of my close friends get involved in this as well, or folks I grew up with and have always enjoyed following. There's Mays missing the dunk at the buzzer. And there you have it, folks. 86-71. The final score. Jalakai King, your player of the game. There he is with Amari Monroe, Pat Zalotes, and now the team's dap it up. Just an outstanding event. It was a whole lot of fun to be here on a beautiful day in Beacon, New York. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks for coming out, and hope to see you next year, folks. I'm Ray Jarris. This is Cuse Vegas. Thanks for watching.